Well, hello, welcome on in, and good to have you here for another episode of Storage Hunter Simulator here on Simulated Mind. I am trying my very best not to hit something, because you know my driving thus far. And sometimes it just takes just a little bit more focus, especially with some of these NPC drivers. But we're going to start with a Tier 5 auction here at What's in the Box. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Mark. Also, you might hear some random noises in the background. I have a 2-month-old puppy in my office right now, so she might yip, yap, and tick the cat off. The cat who is like 12 years old and is just, you know, choosing to let her live. So we'll see what happens. You might hear a little bit of something in the background. But overall, the dog is absolutely adorable. And if you want to see the dog, I actually shared a photo of it in a community post here on YouTube. So make sure to check that out. Alright, we're gonna let them fight to the death. Rudy, go home. Your mom wants you to do the laundry. Rudy, stop it. Rudy, you don't even have this money. They don't take credit cards. Stop it. Let's go. Leo, you're not a lion, no matter what they tell you.
Okay.
Stop it. Cool it down. There we are, alright. You won. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and move this properly in place. Work smart, not hard, you know what I mean? Photographic diffuser. Yeah, my dad has actually taught several classes on lighting. I've helped him out a few times. I used to dabble with photography. Whenever I was in theater in university, I actually used to help do the headshots for some of the different things that we had going on. Oh, I can give that to the mechanic. Okay, cool. Duly noted. Yeah, I really enjoy photography, honestly. Most of it that I do now is on a phone. Just because there is so much that you can do, and it's just handier to have. Like, nothing will still take away a really good lens. You know, having like a Zeiss lens or something like that. And the ability to zoom in that's not, like, zoom in a way that's not digital. You know, you're not going to get massive compression that way or anything like that, right? Unlike with a phone, but the phone is just handier, you know? You can have it out and people don't look at you funny or don't look at you like you're doing something illegal, which I feel like sometimes happens depending on the place that you go. Also, some places, it's interesting, some places don't allow cameras, but they will allow phones. So I'm just like, oh, okay then. But it is tough. It is tough to carry around a DSLR with multiple lenses as much as I would like to. It just does become cumbersome. Especially when you're at a family event and it's like, well, I want to be able to also enjoy the event and not have to worry about like, oh, I need to change out my lens and stuff like that. My dad does that because he loves photography. He's a photographer, so you know, he'll go all out. But I also feel like sometimes he misses things because he's so focused on like getting the right lighting and changing out, you know, the lens and stuff like that and trying to figure out what lens to go to, what millimeter to what millimeter and all that. But he does enjoy it, and hey, you know, that's fine. And he does it for the right reasons. Like, he wants people to have memories that they can look back on when it comes to, you know, when we're doing fun events. It's just, unfortunately, he misses out on it himself. But there are times where I tend to do that, too, a little bit. I'll be at an event, like for my partner's family or something, and I just want to make sure that they have some nice photos that showcase off the memories. Oh, look, a bangle. Huh. Go figure. That's weird. Strange. Oh, look, a bangle. I swear they're duplicating like rabbits. What's going on here? Like, I swear, Black Elk or Blueberry, one of the two, used to have a small business here that just sold bangles. Like, does Epic have like a bangle asset pack? Like, what's going on here? Someone at Epic is just a huge fan of bangles. Like, we should really get an asset pack for bangles out here. All different kinds. Studded, gemmed. But yeah, my dad is actually a very good photographer. Very, very talented dude. He's always had a lot of interest, though, so it's always pulled him around quite a bit. He used to play baseball and used to be an award, like an award-winning, I guess. I mean, it's weird to say it in sports, I guess, in a way. But, yeah, he had several awards and championships and stuff under his belt when he was in high school. And then from there, he tried out for AAA ball, but then ended up getting a few injuries, like a torn rotator cuff and stuff. And unfortunately, once that happens, you're pretty much out of it, especially when you're a pitcher. But he was a heck of a pitcher. There's actually a really interesting story of me almost going blind because of him being such a good pitcher. I can laugh about it now, but at the time, it scared the crap out of me. So he used to warm up with a weighted ball. So he would take a tennis ball and he'd fill it up with like quarters and pennies and, you know, whatever, just change to weigh it down, and that would help warm up his arm. And so he was like, well, hey, do you want to, you know, toss the ball around a bit and stuff? That'll warm me up. And I'll just, you know, get some practice in for a game that he had when he was doing AA. And I was like, yeah, sure. And he does this fastball, but it was a fastball with a curve to it. And I wasn't expecting it. And it literally, last minute, snapped right around my glove and hit me right in the eye. It ended up splitting my eye open. I should have went to get stitches, and I didn't. And I can't tell you how lucky I am, because I went to an optometrist, and they did a scan of my eye, just to see, like, both my eyes, just to make sure that they're healthy. And they were like, oh my goodness, you were like a millimeter away from being blind. They were like, you had internal bleeding in your eye and all this other stuff, and like, you really should have gone to see a doctor. But then again, at the time, could they have done anything? Because we didn't really have the same technology then that we do now. Like, the scanning even was something that we just absolutely did not have at the time. But, oh, it was bad. So, luckily, still have my vision. I'll take it. When I found that out, I was just like, oh my god. And then the first thing I did, I texted my dad. It's just like, so, funny story. Remember that time? He's just like, oh my god. He felt bad. He felt really bad. And I was like, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I just want you to know. Ooh, no. Grenade out. No, stop it. Stop. Why is the grenade pushing me? Hey. Okay, well. Who needs a truck when we have this? Can you stop? Stop. Rag out. There we go. Yeah, he felt super bad about that. It was definitely a moment. And the thing was that, so I actually lived with my mom. My parents have always been separated / divorced since I was born. And he was in a completely different state. Like several states away in the US. So it just was like, it was scary for me, it was scary for him, but then it was also scary for both of us because knowing the reaction my mom was going to then have. It's like, oh boy. Totally did not hit that. It was an illusion. Alright, anything else that we have up here that's interesting? Not really. We could try to do some more blind auctions here. Let's actually take this stuff over to East Black Elk. Though I don't mind making some bonus money from specializations, I just want to get the Renown up over there. Because we have one more milestone, and that's to unlock the Tier 5 auctions. So if we can do that, that would be awesome. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, and if you like Storage Hunter Simulator, which hopefully you do if you're watching it, that's awesome. But I also have a series called Pawn Planet, which is great. It's got some of the humor, like, well, it has like a certain vibe and art style and stuff of like a High on Life in a way, if you've ever played that game, which I didn't know if I was going to like it or not, and I actually surprisingly really did. I would love to play it again, plus the DLC High on Knife, which I do have. I just haven't played it yet. But it has that sort of kind of style and just quirkiness to it. But yeah, we have like 10 episodes out now, I think. But yeah, it's very good. Basically, you're running your own pawn shop, and you can upgrade elements of your pawn shop. You can do heists, so you can actually jump onto another ship and take down enemies in a sort of FPS fashion. And then from there, you can steal stuff and take it if you want. But it's a choice. You don't have to do it. You can also upgrade like a little housing area. Now, there isn't like full-on customization where you go, oh, I can move the bed over here or the couch over there or anything like that. It's just basically like once you've unlocked it, it's in a set spot. But it's cool that, you know, you feel that value add-on and stuff from it. There are different things like a vending machine that you can add on and a cleaning bot that you can unlock. And you actually go to different auctions and bid on units and stuff. And then, you know, fingers crossed that you have some good items. And there's a repair system in there to upgrade statuses and all that. So it's actually pretty interesting. I've had a really good time with it thus far. They just recently came out with a 0.7 update as well. But I think there's 10 episodes thus far on the channel. I'd like to do more. Their last update, I feel like, has issues. So I'm just waiting for them to come out with a patch, and then I'll probably play more of it. Ooh. I almost missed that. I looked down and I saw my puppy sleeping. I was like, oh, she's so cute. She's living her best puppy life right now. She's so exhausted from trying to chew on everything. She was so excited she forgot how to use her legs for a second there. Okay, what did we get here? Alright, well, we're seeing some rares, so that's good. Better than not the last time, but the time before, where it was all commons, and it was like, oh, $2, $6. I was like, oh my, you're kidding me, right? Though this isn't looking a lot better. Okay, a few more rares. I almost feel like I should do some achievements, too. If you take some of the holiday items and place them in your place, you need 3 of them specifically for Halloween, Valentine's Day, and Christmas. And you will actually get an achievement for that, for each one. So, we could take that Halloween decoration and place it if we wanted to. Ooh, 2 chalices. Okay, we definitely at least did better than I did that one time. Because of the rares that we had, which is... This is good. This is good. And we definitely made our money back, and then also are going to make a profit, so that's good. It's not amazing, but it's good. We'll take it. It's a win. Okay. Oh, you know what I need to do, actually? We stopped and dropped off stuff at the pawn shop over here, but I didn't pull the money from there. Yep, gonna cut you off. Look, I lived in Massachusetts for 7 years. I can drive like a masshole. And that is what they call themselves. So I'm not being insulting when I say that. And you heard me right, M in front of it. Masshole, Massachusetts. Some people might not be familiar with that term. Many people in Boston hold it proudly. Okay, so we're 33, and we're trying to get 35, is it? 35, okay. Ooh, nice, okay. 2K, almost 3K, I'll take it. Oh, you just... That was I know it was placement. They despawned, but it was just funny looking, like, oh, okay. And now you're in my truck. Oh, good thing I have those dungeon shackles. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Kidding. This place actually needs more items, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that off. There we go. I'm trying to remember, do we have chests to pick up? I feel like we do. Blueberry, blueberry. Okay. Well, that will have to be a in-game tomorrow thing. Let's go ahead and go to the other pawn shop. You know, one thing I'm actually a little bit curious on is if they've equated how much the truck burns fuel-wise. Like, I'm really curious on if the bigger truck just burns gas quicker or no, because it all seems to be the same. What's different is how much fuel it takes. Oh yeah, you need some more stuff too. It's hard keeping all these places in stock. Oh wow, okay, almost 40k there. Yeah, tools are maxed out. I wouldn't mind a third tool, honestly. I think lockpicking should be a thing. I really, really do. Let's see, so tools, loans. We don't need a loan. Not even a little bit right now. Unless we wanted to buy the other truck. We would need 45k though for that. The mansion, I actually don't know how much that is. But to be honest, I really don't care right now. Like, it's not a thing I'm really into. Because it really is just purely cosmetic. As long as we have a place up here, I'm very content. I feel like there needs to be like a few more. Well, so ideally, I really, really like this game, and I want to see it succeed because I think the team has done just a really great job with it. Especially when looking at all the other sim games that are out there. Like, this is actually quite incredible. So I really, really do like it. I want to see it succeed. I would love to see if there are ways of cutting down the constant back and forth Now, upgrading the verification tool and even having the verification tool helps a little bit with that, right? Because now you're not running to the different verifiers as much, so that's a plus. But I would like to see how we can cut that down a bit more and just make it a bit more convenient, because I feel like at least in the beginning of the game, most of the time was spent driving. Most of the time. And that can get frustrating and tiring and sometimes boring depending on the person. Some people like driving and driving games, some people don't. I'm like on the fence about it. Like, I can do it, but if it's not meant to be a driving game, that's where the issue lies, you know? And this really isn't meant to be like a full-on logistics delivery game or anything like that. It's Storage Hunter, right? So most of my time should be spent hunting units and items and stuff like that. So I think them figuring out ways, especially new ways of going beyond just the auctions to find items, to get items and stuff, would be really nice and would make going around more worth it and add additional value. So that way, if we miss an auction, hey, you know what? That's okay, because there's this other opportunity here that isn't an auction. So we might not get as many items, but there's still an, like there's that ability to potentially find that one amazing item that will make up for it. 2K there, okay. But man, this shop still has plenty of stuff to sell. So I think focusing on Black Elk is not a bad idea. And we're 45. That's awesome. But I would like to see that. I would like to see less back and forth travel. And, you know, as you get higher up and you get faster vehicles and stuff, it's not so much about the traveling, even though that can add on to being annoyed or frustrated or just kind of exasperated at times. I feel like the big thing is being able to stack stuff. Like, I think the physics really does need to be looked at. And I know it's easier said than done. Don't get me wrong. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a, well, I could mod this in 24 hours and blah, blah, blah. That's not how gaming works. Anytime you make an update for a game too, you have to have certain certs that go through, and you have to make sure that the platforms have accepted the update. You can't just build out an update and launch it. There are multiple people that you have to go through first before even doing that. It is not that simple. And people could, you know, and the thing is, the problem is that, you know, so I work in the game industry. And so I see plenty of comments where people are like, oh, it's so easy, I could do it overnight. I'm like, you have to think about how it impacts other systems in the game, though. You don't want to break 5 other systems because you added a new one for quality of life. Like, you do have to look at every aspect, and you don't know what the coding's like on the back end. So, it's like, you just... Oh. You just can't throw it together and throw it out, right? So, I understand it's going to take time and everything, but I would love to see it work on the physics. Having stuff dance and shake that's supposed to have weight is just really frustrating. And having everything explode is just really exasperating, and has even pushed me to almost quit a few times, at least for that day, for that recording. You know, I'm like 20 minutes in, and all of a sudden I'm just like, and it just did it again. And I'm spending most of my time now trying to load my truck. And it just doesn't feel like it should be that way. So I would really like for that to be fixed, and if you can do that, I would be very happy. Like, I think this game would be epic, really, at that point. And then from there, just if you're able to throw in like customization elements or something for your shops, or other value add-ons that just keep people playing. And if they don't want to do auctions that one day and run back and forth and try to juggle stuff in their truck, they don't have to, right? You know, give some folks like a creative outlet in here too, and I think you have something that people will just sink tons of hours into. 3, 3, 5, 3. Not a lot of amazing units. There's the 1, 5, so we could do the 3 down here and then the 5. And the locksmith is open, so we can now take care of that.
Yes, Chief.
There we go. I forgot that we had actually 2 chests over here, or storage box, whatever. Ooh, gem. Okay, cool. Eye patch. Feeling like a pirate. I've got an eye patch in my booty. Soccer ball, okay. Or football in other countries. Of course, if you call it football here, people are like, what do you mean? That's not a football, because we have football. Actually, that random thing. The history of the football name is just really interesting. So, soccer is called football in other countries because you literally use your feet, whereas in football, you barely use your feet. You have a kicker, but there's not a lot of kicking. It's mostly, you're using your hands. It's like handball. You might as well call it that. So, it's really interesting because, if I remember right, soccer was actually something else, but it was simplified down to soccer. And it was in the UK, so when the UK changed the name, America followed suit, but then the UK changed it back to football, and I guess the US never got the memo. And so, yeah, we ended up just keeping it as soccer. Let's do this.
Come on.
Okay. Just because it's Kenneth, I'm going to bid right away. We all know about Kenneth if you watched the last episode.
Back it. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Really? Harper? Wow.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting that from you, Harper.
Come on.
Are you done, Harper? Are you done? Thank you. Thank you.
I'll tell you what, Harper. You insulted me. You insulted me and you insulted the family when they went up against me. You'll never bid against me. Bad things happen, you know what I'm saying? Suddenly you wake up with like 15 million bangles in your bed. And I don't think you want that. I don't think you can handle 15 million bangles in your bed. Have you ever stepped on a Lego? Try stepping on a bangle. Try sleeping on a bangle. You will be in pain for days. You will scream so loud your ancestors will hear you. Do you understand me?
Okay, there we go. Ah, no, mistakes were made. Ah, get in there. Ow. I'm getting pushed around by a soccer ball. What the heck? Good old CRT TV. There you go. There you go. Could keep some of these decorations from around the house, you know? That way we can at least get some achievements unlocked too. Which I am not against. I'm not like a huge achievement hunter. It depends on the game. If I really like it and I just really want to spend the extra time into it, in the world and stuff, it does help. For sure. Rope. Military. Okay. Well, it's for the prepper. Let's give it to him. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what we can do. So what we'll do is we'll go to the military prepper, and then we'll drop the decorations off at the house. At the house. Yeah, that's funny, though. We have... All we're missing is Christmas right now. We have Halloween. We have Valentine's Day. We just need... Oh, and Lunar New Year, actually. That's right. That's right. And by the way, if you play the game, or if you're really interested in the game, you can, of course, jump into their Discord. Which, if you go to their Steam page, there should be a link to their Discord there. But they are asking folks what the community would like in multiplayer. Which, honestly, I don't know, because it just feels weird. This game feels so built on the single-player experience that I don't know how you're going to make multiplayer work. Like, do more than one people run the shop then so they can control the employees and all that? Is it going to be that... Like, how will bidding work? Is it that one person enters in while the other person watches? Because that's not very exciting in some respects. I don't know. I don't know. It's just there's a lot of single-player stuff, so I don't... It would help with loading trucks, for example, and going through the verification repairing process, but would the tools for verification and all that and repairing be the same? Like, will it be based off of the person hosting or whatnot? Because they're not going to have servers. It's going to have to be off of a hosting setup. So yeah, I don't know. Like, but that's the whole reason why they're asking the community as well. So if you have ideas, you can feel free to jump into the Discord and let them know. Like, I do really enjoy the games that are sim-based and co-op. Like, that's really cool. Supermarket Together is a blast. It's a great game. It's probably one of the best grocery sims right now on the Steam market, and it's completely free. Like, hands down, I think it is, like, one of the best. To the best. And the amount of updates it gets is insane. It actually had more updates recently, so DJ Vacation and I will have to jump into it soon. Because they have gardening supplies, they have invoices now in there, and they have a bit of demolition too. A little bit of demo that you can do, taking out columns and whatnot. So we'll have to return back to that. We are going to be doing Fast Food Simulator, by the way. So it'll be myself, DJ Evocation, and hopefully some of the crew from Supermarket Together, like Zeos and Shibby and Monkoto. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm not missing any items here. Okay, I think we're good. I think that was it. We're gonna make this place spooky. Oh, it's not like straight on. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. Skill. That was mad skill. Never even touched the ground. Look at that. But yeah, we're going to be doing Fast Food Simulator. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. And they also have a Discord. It isn't based off of the game itself, but off of the game dev. So when you look for it, just look up the game dev and you'll find their official Discord.
Do you have it?
Yeah, we'll be starting that actually this Tuesday. Typically, what happens is that Evo is a Twitch streamer, so DJ Evocation, make sure to check him out, follow him if you like. But he does a lot of indies, a lot of RPGs and roguelites and stuff, but also does a lot of fun stuff like the fast food simulators and crazy co-op stuff. So he does a great job, though. I've enjoyed him for years, and it's been awesome to be able to game with him. But yeah, recently we've been actually doing Orcs Must Die, the latest installment of that franchise. It's been a lot of fun. We've really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, all my streams have kicked the bucket, though. I've been having a lot of issues with OBS, which is my streaming and recording software. It's open source, though, and it is free, so I can't fully complain. But, you know, it's just trying to figure out the right sweet spot for settings and, you know, seeing if there's anything going on with my PC as well. But, yeah, knock on wood that we'll be able to get streams up on Tuesdays on Twitch, because I'm also on Twitch. I just only stream on Tuesdays with Evo. So you can check me out at MindTV. MindTV. Enunciate that a little bit better. Oh, you know what? I never picked up those... Oh, no, I did. That's right. I did. We're good. So, 3 p.m. Oh, it's almost perfect. Almost that time. But yeah, I don't know if I'll stream this Tuesday or not, just because of how things have been going, where I've been having tech issues. I think I fixed the tech issues mostly, but... we'll see. If anything, I might go up for like an hour just to test things, and if it works, then cool, I'll keep going. If not, then I'll cut it and we'll just record for YouTube. Because honestly, I'm not into streaming anymore. I honestly prefer recorded content. Just a me thing. After, like, I've been streaming since 2017 up until this year. And it used to be, I used to put in easily 5 to 6 days, and I would put in anywhere between 6 to 12 hours, trying to balance that with also work and everything else, and I just don't want to do that. Synchronized lifting of the toes there. Or I should say, like, lifting up on the toes.
Okay.
What's behind there?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Hey. Creepy though when the shadows are on your character's face. It just feels like suddenly your character's gonna say, "Oh, did someone mention something about murder?" Like, no, we're not doing that. Oh, look, a bangle. Yep, there we go. When you're in a financial tangle, just know you'll always have a bangle. Oh, yes, legendary. Sweet. Love it. Very happy to see a legendary. Not that I don't appreciate a good rare, but, you know, legendary. Come on. Knick-knack, okay. It's an owl on a box. Owl on a box. By the way, folks, just look up by that table. Just look. I'll give you a moment. Okay. I'm going to ignore them for right now. No, they're not getting my attention. I refuse. What the heck? Oh, skis. Okay. I was like, what the heck are these? Oh, these are made out of wood, too. These are old school skis at that. Okay, cool. So we'll have a chest to stuff some things into it. Let's do that. You go in there. You know, knowing this game, if this bomb ever went off, it would just fire bangles everywhere. At this point, I just feel like that would be the case. That would be the effect. Instead of an explosion, it would just be bangles scattered everywhere. The ultimate frag grenade. So this and the pillow, I think we'll keep actually. So that way, once again, we get that credit for the achievement as we work toward them. That can go in there. What is this? Just a bag. Yeah, but a random bag of what? Like an old school army duffel sort of baggish or something like that, but like what? It's got to have that shape for a reason. Like there's got to be something in it. What are we hiding? Oh, look. A bangle. There we go. I got it covered. We're good now. Are people even wearing bangles really nowadays? Like, is that even really a thing? Please let me know, because maybe I'm missing out on a trend I didn't realize was a trend. Okay, yeah, it does say it's a poker table. At first I'm like, oh, it's a table. And I saw the top and I'm like, wait a minute. And then I'm like, I wonder if they have actually named it a poker table. Okay, that works. Put that there. Put that there. I don't know how this is gonna work. It's probably not gonna work. Trying to see if I can just push it just past the chest and not have me trap. Well, okay, well, this is my life now. Out of curiosity. It fizz locks. Alright, if it fits, it sits. If it fizzes, it sits. Look at that junk in the trunk. Oh, are you gonna go? Do I have to push you? Really? Of course you had to turn. I was like, oh, they're going to go straight. Okay, I'll just go around them. Nope. Hard nope. Oh, wow. That even comes off. Jeez. All right, then. Okay, did that pillow go in here? No. Did the Halloween thing go in here? No. Okay. Probably because warehouse is full. Maybe. We'll see. Does this go in? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I have noticed that there's a weird thing with the box truck where whenever you go to the collectors and the truck is near them, they don't see the item. So, like, you literally have to have it next to you physically instead of in the box truck, whereas with every other truck, as long as you have the truck near them, you can pull from it. So that's interesting. And it also seems to be the case with getting things into the warehouse. There seem to be times where items just don't get pulled, yet you have the room for them. Ooh, we're almost 34. All right, we're getting up there. Trying to get to 35. 7K cat Ezekiel, my man. All right, look at you go. Doing big things. Yeah, this has to be the largest pawn shop of the three. And man, like trying to fill this thing, that is not an easy task. Because you need a lot of large objects. Oh, hi. How's it going? What you gonna buy? What you gonna go? Oh. Yeah, do it. There you go. Nice. I'll take that almost 1 grand. Thank you. Even though I have these 2 items, I want to run to the bid bazaar and see if we can't do one of those real quick. Because it's almost 9 o'clock, so I can at least jump into one if I get to it in time. Come on. We might not get to it in time. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be tight. Of course it's the farthest one back. Come on, go, 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 go. We're just going to make it. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay.
Actor when I go there daar para three the row was also taxona your blabs on the window was also so the na bows of was also better would up the were actual overall blah blah paper. Man it up turn on and them no says I when I'm as this camera I don't know when it's too late long on title of area but my way was as the first ourselves up them with them what I did it.
Yeah.
I can love everything the great guy got also what I would up at a post fair I was up but I would ask to there's about right what 12 to 20 dive to Hungary but I would say but there's a scene with his work sings on them but hen.
Okay then. Easy game for babies. Let's do it. What do we have here? The Neki Neko. Lucky Cat. Okay. All households, supposedly Class C. But I would assume you can still get lucky with better items than common. As I've had Class A and they've all been commons. So I would assume the math also works the other way. At least you hope. Okay, we're all good with this box. Well, we definitely made our money back. Luckily, we made our money back. So what I'll do is I'm going to drop this off at East Black Elk, the shop there, and then drive down to Blueberry. We'll drop off the holiday items. There we go. Nope, come on. Close. Thank you. Also, I'm looking into other games for the channel coming up here. There will be, of course, demos, as we've played several already. So really looking forward to jumping into more demos as well. Now is definitely a good time as we start seeing more demos come out, because games are going to be released either in this quarter or the second quarter of this year. Alright, not too bad. But we're also, of course, going to be doing Fast Food Simulator. Oh, that was a heck of a throw. Look at that. But yeah, we're going to be doing Fast Food Simulator, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do after Hotel Renovator and this game that we're playing. So we're playing two games at once here. And I'm looking at Builder Sim, which came out like a year or two ago. I think it was 2 years ago. I think it was 2023. But I'm definitely intrigued on it because it has the elements of Hotel Renovator where you are designing rooms and stuff, but you're actually building the rooms, right? You're building the homes and all this other stuff. So I think that would be really cool. So I'm very tempted to jump into that. They also had a huge sale not that long ago. And also, I don't know if they had a DLC or not. I thought there was something about a DLC or something or other. So, might just check that out and see what that's all about. It has very positive reviews. And also, just for kicks, I grabbed a game called Gym Manager, which is a gym manager sim where you design out and run your own gym, which I thought is interesting. It's on sale right now. I think it's like 50% off. But wanted to check it out. I haven't seen anyone play it. I don't know if it's any good. The reviews seem fine. So it could be interesting, though, honestly. It could be at least a little bit of a nice refresher from, or something that's a little bit more refreshing, I should say, from your sort of norm of, like, run a shop. I mean, you are kind of running a shop, but it's different. It's a service, really, more so than anything else. But yeah, and I actually really enjoy fitness, and I have been trying to build up my own personal gym. No money, really. Oh, so you have no items at all. You know what? Let's just put the items here. Even though I want to get the Renown up at the other location and get that filled up, this place is just completely empty, so. But yeah, I do really enjoy fitness and trying to, you know, stay healthy and everything. So I think it could be interesting. So I do want to check that out. But yeah, I've got a lot of games on my list that I'm looking into, or that I already have in my library, just trying to, you know, figure out a good time to jump into it. But if there are any suggestions, feel free to let me know as well. I know there are a few storage-based games. There's Storage Hustle, which I've kept my eye on. And then there's another one, too. I can't remember what it is. But the only issue I have is that for one of the games, people have been saying that the developer supposedly abandoned it, even though it did get a DLC, or not a DLC, but it did get an update not that long ago. Finally, I guess after a fair amount of time. But it does make you wonder, like, do I want to jump into this? Is it going to be worth it? Also, Pub Sim is another game I want to check out. The developer seems really cool, so I wouldn't mind supporting them, and the game seems really interesting. And I've done Tavern Manager and whatnot, so it would be nice to also jump into a sort of restaurant bar type game and check it out. I've had my eye on it, honestly, since last year, and I was watching someone play it, and they had an update Yeah, they had an update, but then a lot of issues unfortunately came with that update, so it kept me back from buying it and jumping into it. But it seems like they came out with another update that fixed a lot of that. So if that's the case, I'd love to jump back in. Or not back in, but actually jump into it. Oh boy, hi.
I'm in danger.
Everything's fine. We're good here. How are you? Well, for the first time, we're over $40,000, and we are now over $50,000. All right. Ooh. Can't believe we actually made it between those two cars. Oh, geez, yesterday I saw the worst accident. Two much larger vehicles had collided with each other head on, and literally the front ends of their vehicles were no more. There wasn't an engine left. There wasn't anything left. It was just blown to bits, and people rushed out, which was really nice to see. They rushed out to try to help, and they ended up having to get one of the people out of the car and lay him down. Now, mind you, it's super dangerous to even do that, though. You really shouldn't move them unless the vehicle is on fire or something like that, because you don't know what's broken. You don't know about the internal injuries, and if you move them, do you make something worse? But I get it, though. I get in that moment, you just want to help them, and so they helped this person out of the vehicle and lay them down on the ground, and yeah, it was very bad. It was one of the worst I've seen in a while. And I've seen a lot in LA as well. I mean, there were a ton of car accidents constantly. Hey, we finally have a pillow. Look at that. At least that's something. And then, but yeah, it was really bad. I really do hope that those people are okay. There we go. Okay, well, we got 3 Halloween decorations. We need 3 Valentine's Day decorations and also 3 Christmas decorations, and we should be good. And then Lunar New Year, we'll get 3 of those as well. But with that, thank you very much for joining me once again for another Storage Hunter Simulator here on Simulated Mind. Make sure to let me know what kind of games you want to see in the future. If there are any games that are similar to Storage Hunter as well, please let me know. I'd love to find out about them. But also, we'll make sure to come on back to this and jump into building up our Renown some more, getting up to 50 in all 3 locations, as well as potentially getting that last vehicle and testing it on out. So take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next one.